welcome back to Validated Golf. Today we're going to talk about something most people have not tried. You probably haven't really even heard of them. Uh, Everybody has heard of Acra Golf or Acra Shafts. Accra. You know the name. Everyone knows them for hybrid shafts, driver shaft, anything graphite, you really think Acra. Well, I kind of went out on a limb. I've been playing X100s in my irons. Acra does make graphite iron shafts, which we all know that. If you've done any research, I shouldn't say we all know that. You golf fanatics will know that. The biggest thing I was looking for is uh, when I swing, I'm very kind of Sanjay M. I'm very slow in my backswing and then kind of explode into the ball. And I've been playing X100s. I've had a lot of success with those as far as aiming and trajectory, but I was just spinning them off the moon. I play Shrixon irons. I was playing the ZX7s, and I was spinning a 7 iron like high 8,000s, sometimes into the 9,000s, which is crazy. I know that's all swing and delivery related. Like I take big divots, I hit down on the ball pretty hard. Um, but I was just ripping balls off the green, and I was trying Pro V1 left dash. I tried Pro V1. I tried TP5s. I was playing the Shrixon XV. That's kind of been my go-to ball. I've just always had good luck with it, and I like the way it feels and performs off the putter and everything like that. And wedges, I can stop it well. Easy to find ball. Anyway, so I thought, maybe it's these irons. Maybe I'm just spinning the ZX7 too much, and I ended up getting into the ZX5s. I haven't been practicing a lot, so I have the simulator in here, but I work a lot of hours, and there's only so much time I can just come in here and hit. And let's be honest, like the simulator's great, but you don't really get good practice unless you're out on a range hitting off the turf. Um, so anyway, long story short, ZX5s, uh, tried them in the X100s, and still spinning it 8 and change. I even tried a different set of irons that are not Shrixons, and still 8,000 and change with all kinds of different shaft profiles. And anyway, without further ado, I stumbled across this. This is the Accra I Steel I series. See if you can see that there. The graphic might be a little torn off, but that is the Accra I series I steel shafts, and they are incredible. These shafts have totally just saved me, and I was getting ready to make swing changes and the whole nine because I just couldn't stop a ball on the green. Well, let me rephrase that. I couldn't hold a ball on the green because it would rip right off every time. Hitting a pitching wedge, oh God, it was over. That thing, I'd land 15, 20 feet into the green, it would rip completely off. And, first world problems, I guess. A lot of people can't get enough spin. But anyway, that being said, so these are the 125s. So hopefully that comes through there good. They do not have any flexes, which is very unique. There's no regular, there's no stiff, there's no X flex. It's all weight. So they have a 105 gram, they have a 115 gram, and a 125 gram. The 105 is supposed to be like the regular, the 115 is supposed to be like a stiff, and the 125 is supposed to be their X Flex. And something that's very unique about these shafts is, I hope it's coming through on the camera good, but they are stepless. So, a lot of shafts have steps in them. They are stepless until you get right under the handle. And there's literally 1, 2, 3 steps before you get into the grip. And something that I've noticed is they almost have like handle flex, but down here this non-tapered design towards the head just holds up super strong and stout. And I mean, I don't know what it is, but it has dropped my spin like a lot. I mean, I haven't hit one over 8,000 with a 7 iron, and the ZX5s are a little lower spinning iron, but I was still spinning them off the moon with the other shafts. And I mean, it's just like I said, I just want to share this with you because I know a lot of people are not going to try these shafts, and really, you can find them all over eBay and online for relatively cheap, or just irons that people had made for them, and they might not have liked the shaft for some reason. Maybe didn't get enough spin or didn't like the kick point. But like I said, I'm a very slow backswing, and then I explode into the ball on my downswing, and I'm like that with irons, wedges, driver, all the way through the bag. That's just my swing. And this thing just seems to kick perfectly and hold up and be such a good timing shaft at impact. I mean, I would say, you guys, if you're somebody who spins the ball too much, I don't know why. Obviously, it's all delivery based. You need to get fitted, of course. But if you're going to get fitted for some new irons, don't discount the Acra steel shafts. I mean, I from what I read, I believe they were bought by True Temper, which owns Dynamic Gold, Project X, now Acra. So you got to think they got all three of these steel shaft manufacturers that they're sharing info with, and probably have the same design team, grabbing all that info and using what they can to make these shafts, and they're just creating all these different profiles. So if you hear Acra shaft, don't automatically think, no, I'm not playing a graphite shaft in my irons. Like, you know, if you're playing LA golf, yeah, they're awesome, but you're gonna pay almost $1,000 for a set of shafts. I think these are like 40 something dollars a piece, brand new. You can get a whole set of them that have been professionally pulled. I've seen a bunch on eBay for like 120, $130 for the whole set, standard length, all different weights, 105s, 115s, 125s. Um, and they're just, you know, they've been awesome. I mean, like I said, I've been testing them, so I got some cheaper grips on here. I'm sure you saw me flashing these around. And I mean, so far they are awesome. I mean, I tried them in another set of irons. I had an old set of AP3s that I was messing around with, and I thought, well, if it's not the ZX5 head and it's not the ZX7, because these did drop spin a little bit in the ZX7, but it was still crazy. It was probably a few hundred to 500 RPM they dropped in the ZX7s. And then the ZX5 kind of brought that down a little more for me, gave me a little more forgiveness. But like I said, I'm not the best golfer in the world. I'm a pretty decent golfer. If I shoot in the 80s, I had a pretty bad day. That would be I would be pretty furious by the end of the round. A lot of stuff would have to go wrong. Um, so they are faster player proven. I mean, my driver swing speeds, I hover around 110, 111. If I ramp it up, I can get up to the mid teens. But they've held up, and they are so smooth. I mean, the only way I can describe them, like my friend kept asking me, he's like, "What? How do they feel in the swing?" I'm like, "They just feel buttery, like so smooth, all the way through the swing, but you never get lost. You never lose that. You never like, oh, where's the head at? Like, some shafts, they're too stiff. You can have timing issues. They're too soft. You can also have timing issues. These are like that Goldilocks feel. If you like a smooth shaft, I would totally try these out. But anyway, we're not gonna beat it into the ground anymore. Accra I steel. I mean, they are awesome. They're probably my favorite shafts I've ever had. I've had X100s, KBS Tours, Project X LS. I mean, I've tried everything to bring my spin down, and just get something that feels good. And I was able. I mean, I got lucky. It was literally the little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow I've been chasing. But they are incredible. They have a really cool color to them. So it's like this, almost like nickel matte. It's not matte. It's like a satin nickel. Hopefully that comes through. But it's called their eco-friendly finish. So hopefully that comes through there. Um, but yeah, don't make fun of me. I got some Amazon grips on there. Just testing them out. I'm tired of removing grips all the time and putting them back on. But anyway, like I said, We got the ZX5s, a full set, which, yeah, that's a little more of a player's distance iron, but I'm not practicing much anymore. Had my first round yesterday with these irons. I've been hitting them on the sim and at the range, and I mean, it was an incredible round. It was shocking how controllable they were. Uh, but that's for another review. We got some more stuff coming. Hopefully, trying to get some on course footage here soon. But until then, subscribe. We appreciate you guys. But yeah, Acra. Never would have thought. Acra steel iron shafts. They're pretty awesome. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Like, subscribe. Peace.